Do you enjoy being able to swim and surf in the ocean without it making you sick? Or only having to worry about wiping the sand off your feet after a fun day? Well, if your answer is yes, then you have the organization called Heal the Ocean to thank. This nonprofit organization is the reason our Santa Barbara beaches are clean and safe. But as they continue to focus on protecting our loved beaches, we must make it our focus to help them proceed. Today I will persuade you to support Heal the Ocean in order to assist their efforts of making the Santa Barbara beaches safe for the community and its wildlife, as they improve the ocean water quality. As someone who lives in Santa Barbara and goes to the beach religiously, I have experienced and witnessed the harmful materials brought to shore, as well as noticed the beneficial outcomes of Heal the Ocean's participation. By listening to my speech, you will be able to understand the importance of this organization through their achievements to keep Santa Barbara safe from pollution. To gain your support, I will discuss the problem of pollution in Santa Barbara's beaches, the solutions implemented by the Heal the Ocean organization, and what a world without this organization would look like. Now that I've briefly previewed what I'll cover today, let me jump right into my first point. The Santa Barbara beaches and its community have been previously harmed by the pollution emitted by the septic system and offshore oil rigs. Septic systems created a large concern towards human health because they can drain waste into the groundwater and out into the ocean, which makes people in the water sick. A special edition newsletter by Heal the Ocean organization discusses how they did a DNA study of the Rincon Lagoon, and it turned out that the bacteria pollution in the lagoon, which is lined with houses and feeds into the Point Break, was 20% human and animal feces. This explains why surfing at the lagoon has made many get rashes all over their bodies and throat infections. Since Rincon is in an area of high groundwater, studies show that the ocean tides and groundwater are connected. This means that when the tide goes out, the groundwater is pulled with it, including the septic waste. One Rincon owner also states in the newsletter proving this that he could lift his septic tank lid and watch the tide rise inside it. But the main source of the offshore pollution comes from the abandoned oil rigs on Espy's coast leaking, which date back over 100 years. Although independent news states efforts were made by the state starting in 1990 to cap 3 specific wells in Summerlin that were identified as being particularly prone to spewing crude, there has been large leaks leaving tar on the beach and oil glaze in the water since, placing a threat on the ecosystem and the public's health due to these faulty cappings. People also began to notice the health effects, such as Lee Heller, a former director of the Santa Barbara-based Environmental Defense Center, who stated, "It can make people sick both in the short term, like the headache I get about 3 minutes after I get down to the beach, and in the long term because petroleum products are carcinogens." Now that I've told you a bit about the problem, let's talk about the solutions that have been created by a local nonprofit organization. Due to this nonprofit organization, Heal the Ocean, having the goal and focus of improving ocean water quality, they were able to address these issues of pollution by implementing the Rincon Project and capping the abandoned oil rigs. The Rincon Project, created in 1998, was a 15-year battle to remove polluting septic systems from popular beaches and Rincon surf break to protect the community from the harmful waste. Heal the Ocean stated 7 miles of Santa Barbara coastline are now free of the septic systems in 2013, proving that their success in stopping the spread of pollutants into the ocean. Due to this organization's efforts, surfers and beachgoers stopped getting sick from going into the water. To deal with the old rigs, Heal the Ocean pressured the governor to move forward with the plans on capping the leaking wells, as well as cleaned up the exposed oil. Heal the Ocean was successful towards capping Becker Well in 2018. The organization also states on their website in February 2020 that they will be bringing contractors to begin exploratory excavation on a leaking well known as North Star, and State Land Commission's officials are conducting the excavation project as part of their plan to cap up 3 wells in July and June, including the notorious trade well number 10 that's offshore. All of this has already been done very recently by this Thanksgiving. The organization's efforts have given this community clean and oil-free beaches, which was appreciated by many of its community members as they stated, "We have our beach back and can walk without shoes," which is something they haven't been able to do for a very long time. Now that I've told you about the ways the Heal the Ocean organization has solved various pollution problems to protect us and our beaches, I want you to imagine our lives without this cause. Imagine how different our lives would be, or how our beaches would look different if the ocean continued to be polluted by wastewater and oil. First, our well-being and water supply would be put at risk if the septic system was still in place. Besides the wastewater contaminating bacteria that makes people sick, these bacteria and viruses may be transported very rapidly and could contaminate many drinking water supplies, which was confirmed by the Galveston County Health District. Due to the virus being able to thrive and survive on water, this issue would not go away. It would restrict us from going to the ocean or even drinking water without gaining any harmful effects. And an oil well that continued to leak would harm wildlife and human life if not stopped. An article by the National Ocean Service explains that oil destroys the insulating ability of fur-bearing animals such as sea otters and the water repellency of a bird's feathers. Without the ability to repel water and insulate from the cold water, birds and mammals will die of hypothermia or simply just be poisoned by the oil itself. If ocean wildlife continue to decrease because of this, not only is the food chain going to be extremely affected, but those who rely on the ocean's resources will no longer have jobs. At this point, you might be wondering, what can you do to help avoid these unfortunate circumstances? Well, we can escape this possibility by donating to Heal the Ocean Santa Barbara to allow them to continue their efforts of protecting our beaches and water quality. Now that I have expressed the importance of supporting this nonprofit organization, let's review the factors. The problem of pollution in Santa Barbara's beaches, which past experiences have proved needed a change, and that this organization has provided us with. The solutions implemented by the organization that have prevented the pollution from enduring harmful effects, and lastly, what a world without Heal the Ocean would mean, which portrays a beachless Santa Barbara and a world we wouldn't want to live in. But this scary nightmare can be avoided by purchasing a ticket to one of the Heal the Ocean's online events or buying their attire located on their website. The organization can continue to clean up groundwater, recycle, test water quality, and provide trash services among beaches. And in doing so, you will help heal the ocean. So, let's show our appreciation of being able to swim in the ocean safely and having sandy feet be our biggest problem by thanking Heal the Ocean with our support as they protect the beautiful Santa Barbara coast.